In this video, I'm going to talk about 7 simple designs you can use on RedBubble for stickers and shirts using just text and simple shapes. Let's go! Everyone, this is Juno with Detour Shirts, the channel all about helping you design and sell t-shirts online. I got my new background over here with the stickers. Hopefully you saw that video. I'm going to need to add way more stickers to finish that up, but it's looking good. In this video, I'm going to continue talking about 7 simple designs that you can do using just shapes and text. And you can use these to make simple stickers or t-shirts. I did a video previously about 7 simple designs that you can use, and I'm going to continue with that. That was such a good success. People have been asking me for more. So here's 7 more you can do just using simple text and shapes. And you're going to want to stay to the end to see all of it, as well as another edition of trend credits. So let's get into Affinity Designer so I can show you these 7 simple designs. So here we are in Affinity Designer. My first design for you is just text. I'm calling this design greater than. So all you have to do for this design is to type a word, then the greater than symbol, then another word. So in this case, dogs are greater than humans or people. Faith is greater than fear. If you want to do something more religious, or if you want to just do something, comparing 2 things in food, pizza is greater than salad. So have fun with this one. Try and make it funny, or you can make it serious. Either way, I'm showing what fonts I use here. So this one, I kind of converted to text, but it's the Hello Goodbye font. It didn't have a greater than. Most fonts do have a greater than, but this one didn't, so I had to make one out of a V, but that's easy to do. This one right here is the Forgin Rough one. You can see here when I click up here, Forgin Rough one. It had a greater than symbol, so it's usually above the period. Just hit Shift and period, and you can do that. Super simple. This is just text, guys. You can do this. And find a fun font like this. This one's called Glorious Sunday Title. If you have a graphic design program, maybe something really simple, this is Affinity Designer, but you could use Illustrator or anything that you have. It'd be easy. So that's design number 1, strictly text, just doing greater than. Okay, anybody can do this, and here are the fonts. Next one, just a little bit harder, but not much. This is mostly text too. I mean, this is all text. So this one I'm calling Scripture. So what it is you're using a script font and you're putting a scripture in here. Let me show you what I mean. This is a scripture from the Bible, Psalms 118:14. The font I'm using here, you can see, is called Hazelnut Typeface right here. You can use any script font that you want. Just make sure it's readable. So it has to be a font that you can look at and read. So some script fonts are hard to read. They're really thin, so you want to use kind of a thicker script font. And all I'm doing is doing it centered. Center a line, you can see right here, not left a line, not right, center the line. And then I'm moving the scripture just a little smaller, so you can see this one's 46 point, this one's 62 point. So you can see the scripture, verse, and chapter are a little smaller, and I'm just tucking it where it fits on the bottom right. Okay, just like that. And this will make a great sticker for people that love these kind of things. This script is one of my favorites. It's called Montana Typeface. You can see right here. Again, I did the same thing. I took the Montana typeface, made it a little smaller for the verse, and just put it in the bottom right corner. This is centered align. There you go. I'm calling this design number 2, Script and Scripture. So for design number 3, let's move on here. I'm calling this one Definition. You may have seen this one before. This one's a little tougher because it involves a little more text, but not much. So here I'm using a sans serif font. This one's called Helvetica New. So you can see it's just text. How did I get this dot here? Well, most of the time you can just hit Option 8. So let me show you. I'm holding down Option and clicking 8. Boom, there's that circle right there. So, or you could put a space and draw a circle, either way. And this right here, I actually got from the internet. So let me show you on the internet. So if you have a real word like engineer, you can just type it in to Chrome here or Google, either one. So engineer, type it in, and it's usually going to pick up what it is here. Like if it's a real word, it's going to pull up dictionary first in Google. So when you're on here, just pick select the whole thing and hit Command C to copy. When you're back on Affinity Designer, let's go back there now, you hit Command V and it pastes it in. So it may not look like it did anything, so let's do that again. Command V and it pastes it in. So you can, do it in your own font and stuff. So there it is. So you don't have to actually type these upside down letters and commas and all of that. You can just copy and paste that from Google. And then all you need to do is type out some funny thing about engineers. So to make it look more like a definition, I did this N dot. So this definition is not a definition you would find on Google. It's just something that's funny about an engineer. So this font is Helvetica. What I did was I made this bold, this one's bold, and then this one's medium. You want to give your design some interest, so by doing bold and not bold or regular, then that gives it kind of a variety, so makes it interesting. You can also use a serif font. Here I'm using Times Roman. So you can see here how I made this one bigger than the rest. Same thing I did here. Hunko is not a real word, so you won't find that in Google, but you can make up something what it is. A little more difficult than the other one because it is still just text, unless you want to put these lines, but we're doing variety of text now. So we're doing bigger and smaller and stuff. So there's a little bit of design in here. Not too hard though, I think you can do it. So number 3, I'm calling definition. So let's move on to number 4. So number 4 is kind of a twist on what I showed last time in my video. You'll notice I had putting a phrase in a block. Well, these are called block words. I'm calling these block words where every word is in a block. So kind of like those magnetic words that you put on the freezer. This is kind of that idea. So this one's saying life is short. I'm using Nexa Rust Sans as the font here. And all I'm doing is putting a black box in back of the text. So you can see here, that's the box, that's the text. That's all I'm doing. So another way that you can do this is by coloring the boxes and kind of tilting the text. So what I mean is you can do this and then just go down here and tilt it just a little. Just give it a little tilt. Just to give it a little more variety, right? Just to make it stand out from other people. You can do just a little bit like that. And then, of course, you can just change the color of the box here. So if you want to make it red, just change your color like that. So in this case, I'm using Lulo Outline Bold. You can see here, that's my font here. And this one has a nice outline to it. You want to use a font that's kind of bold, so that it stands out on the block. So that's why I'm using these bolder fonts. This works really well for short phrases. You could do it for a longer phrase, but 3 to 5 words, maybe 6. So think of phrases like that. And this will help yours stand out from everybody else. And you can do a bunch of these. This is real easy. You can knock these out in minutes, right? So there's no reason you can't have lots of stickers with these on. Ready for number 5? Number 5 is a little bit more difficult than the other ones, but it's just text and outlines. Let me show you what I did. So this is Veneer Clean. You can see right here, I'm going to do it again just for you. So let me start with the text. I'll just do one word, but you can do multiple words. So I'm going to pick Veneer Clean. It's in one of my favorite fonts here. And I'm going to do a white inside. All right. And then this is going to be magenta. So let's just do that. And I'm going to do actually a dark magenta. And all I need is to hold Option down and drag. You see I have 2 of these now. So put the new one on the top here, just like that. And pick the bottom one by clicking on like that. And fill the bottom one with a 50% of the one that you did for the outline. So in this case, 50% of magenta, and there you go, it's that simple. So you can move the outline, this above, just feel where you want to do it, up, down. There's no right or wrong answer to do. This is called the outline plus drop shadow. Choose any colors you want. I went with pink here, magenta, but you could do this in blue, orange, green, whatever color you want. Turns out really cool. Just gives that little extra variety that will make yours stand out from just plain text. All right, we got 2 more. Let's look at number 6. Number 6 is just a little bit more difficult. We took the same idea as the drop shadow, but we're gonna do a up shadow, or a shadow that goes upwards. I don't know if that's what it's called, but I'm saying, I was just trying to think what's the opposite of drop shadow. So we're doing this kind of thing. I'm calling this the multicolor repeat. And so all you need to do here, let me show you, I'll grab this one right here. I'm using this font called Anja Elaine Accent. It's a vintage retro kind of font. So of course I typed in retro just so you can see. All it is, look, the outline is black. The inside is this color. What I did is I went to the internet and searched for vintage color palettes, and I found this one. You can find any one of these. So all I did was highlighted it, went to here, used my eyedropper, and selected this color, and then pasted it in. So you can see, let me choose another color. Let's say we chose this color, pasted it in, and you can see now it's that color. So that's all you have to do. And then because this had 4, you can do as many as you want. But hold down Shift again, Option, Shift, and drag. Option, Shift, drag, Option, Shift, drag. So that's it. And then you just pick each one and color it. So I pick the next one here and pick this color. Boom. Hit. Pick that one here. Choose this color. Boom. This one. Choose this color. You see what I'm doing? Super simple, guys. That's all I did. I chose a font, picked the outline of black, chose the color from the internet, and I have this cool multicolor repeat font. You can use any word. This works really well for just one word. You can use this font or use another font. The idea is kind of a retro, big, thick font though, so that it looks good here, so you can read it when it's outlined. So that's it. It looks tough to do, but it's not really hard to do. That is it. That's number 6. Multicolor repeat, I'm calling that. Still, just text space. We're just doing 4 of them. All right, for my last one, it isn't really difficult, but it's probably the most difficult out of all of these because we're going to use a square. So let me show you what I mean. Here, I'm calling this periodic table. So all you do to do this is draw a square. So you can see this is just a square here. Hold down Shift to make it a perfect square, but it doesn't have to be a perfect square. It can be a rectangle, a tall rectangle, a wide rectangle, doesn't matter. But if you want a perfect square, hold down Shift. And then you just type in a big letter here. I'm using Helvetica Neue again because you just want a basic font. So here's Helvetica Neue, that's bold. And then these are Helvetica, but they're regular. And you can see this is just a lot smaller Helvetica, right? I'm just sizing it down. You want this to be centered. So center align it and center it on the bottom. And then this is going to be left align and in the top left. Or you could do it top right, or you could do it center, wherever you want, because periodic tables you just need the number up there. It can be anywhere you want. I'm putting it on the left. You can do whatever you want. So then all you do is type in the words. How do I know what these are? Well, you can just go on the internet and search periodic table. Let me show you. So here we are on Google again. Let's type in periodic table. Boom. And go to the first one, ptable.com. You could go to any one of these, but since this is the first one, let's click on it. And it's going to be a periodic table, I'm sure. Yep, there we go. And here you go. So just use any of these, and you can use any of these letters to spell stuff. Instead of just going back and forth, what I did is I took some screenshots of this F, N, and U, and you can see on here, F, U, N, I spelled fun, and you can spell a ton of words. And just to make it fun, I changed the background color of this. So you can see here I'm using 45% magenta. On this one, I'm using 41% cyan, and here I'm doing a mix of kind of a light green, cyan, and yellow. So you can do any of those. This is fun. You can do this as stickers. Think of things that people love, you know, pizza, taco, burgers, birds, dogs, cats, like if you can spell those. So look whatever they can spell, and there's a ton of words that you can spell with the periodic table. I'm calling this the periodic table design. Super easy. I'm using Helvetica New as the font. That's my idea number 7, design number 7. Let's recap here. Design number 7, periodic table. Number 6, multicolor repeat. Number 5, outline plus drop shadow. Number 4, block words. Number 3, definition. Number 2, scripture, using that script font. And number 1, greater than, just using a font with the greater than symbol. Super easy, guys. These are your 7 more simple designs. So if you can draw squares and you can type text, you can have a ton of stickers. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Do you want to see more simple designs? Were these really helpful for you? Are you going to make some of these designs? Let me know in the comments how you liked it. And now your reward for staying till the end is another edition of Trend Credits. Thanks for staying till the end for this trend credit. Here it is, Platoon Captain shirt. So there's lots of ways to do this. You could do it your own way. Some people are saying, I never dreamed I'd grow up to be a platoon captain. You can see here, or just saying platoon captain, or platoon captain just like a normal captain, kind of that definition thing that we were talking about. Platoon captain grandpa. So lots of things about platoons here. I feel like it's some kind of inside joke that I don't know what it is. If you know what it is, let me know. I feel like there's some kind of joke about platoon captains. But anyway, it's really popular right now. So you can see the BSRs right here. And checking Merch Informer, competition checker. It's getting an A, so you know it's good. So go ahead and do this one. If you don't have Merch Informer, I have a link in the description. They're doing a lot of sales right now for Q4, so now's the time to buy it if you're thinking about Merch Informer. I have a link in my description as well as a percentage off, so look for that. And again, this is your trend. Platoon captain, lots of different ways. Do it in your own style, of course. Don't copy any of these. Think of ways that you can do it differently. That is it for this trend credits, and that is it for this video. Let me know if you like it. Give it a thumbs up if it brought you some value, if you like these videos. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel already. And as always, guys, keep creating and keep learning. See you on the next one. Bye.